Good morning, it's day 11 of Vlogmas. It is a very sunny but freezing cold day. I'm about to bundle up, go outside, and try to shovel the snow that has been pushed into our driveway by the snowplow. It came by very late last night, and I'm really hoping that it is not frozen or ice because I'm on my own with shoveling today, or at least this morning. Camden came down with the bug. This morning he woke up feeling quite ill. Glenn is doing better, but still not feeling very good. And I have to head out to pick up James at school. He's officially on his Christmas break. I think he has one more assignment to submit before he can actually switch off for the break, but he's coming home today, which makes me very, very happy, and I need to get out of the driveway. So I'm going to make an attempt. If I can't do it very well, I'll just do enough to get out, and then when James comes home, he can help me out. But I've spent the morning just doing an extra little clean again, disinfecting, and just trying to get all of the germs as isolated as possible. I don't want to get sick again. I feel like I might be okay, but I'm on the brink. And so I'm trying to just be super careful, and I don't want James to catch anything for his break at home. But other than that, I think it's going to be a pretty quiet day. I'll be gone for a couple of hours, driving, picking him up, bringing him back home. We might grab lunch while we're out and spend some time together. But I think it's going to be a super quiet day. I don't really have anything planned. Maybe some knitting this afternoon. I feel like I've been gathering a few things, and I'd like to sit down and maybe throw a Christmas movie on. We also took out our pencil tree, which is the really narrow Christmas tree that's pre-lit, and we put it up in the basement. So that needs to be fluffed. I need to put some ornaments on that. Maybe James will help since he missed all of the other Christmas decorating. But I wanted to get the basement kind of cozy in case we want to do movie nights down there, or if the boys have friends over, it's a little more festive. So I also have that Lego set that hopefully James will build for me this weekend. But that's about it. I might have to combine today with tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see what I get up to today, because it's basically just a regular day in the life. There'll be a lot of driving. There might be some knitting. There'll be some advents later, but that's about it. I'm just getting ready to step out, and I got a delivery. My hobonichi weeks arrived. I don't even have time to open it. I'm so excited. I will open it when I get home. Friday. It's day 12 of Vlogmas. It's around 1 o'clock and I've grabbed some of my knitting and come up to my bedroom because I want to have a really quiet knitting session where I can relax and start my habitation throw, which I'm very excited about. I did a bit of work this morning in the studio. I have a leather update for dark brown coming on Sunday. I am going to plan the update for 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I also managed to set up my hobonichi weeks, which arrived yesterday. And I feel so much better now that I've gotten back into that planner. It's just such a good one for me. And I've started jotting down some trackers for the week, the meals I made, and I think it's going to help me keep on track for the next couple of weeks. There's a lot going on with appointments and family stuff, so it feels really good to have that started. I also pulled out a few things to start covering my Hobonichi cousin book. I like to collage over the front of it. I don't really like the way it looks on its own. And so I think a little bit later this afternoon, I'm going to head back into the studio to do that. But right now, I have some knitting I want to chat about. First, my Advent socks. I have knit up to today on one of them, so day 12. And I'm into my favorite color now. The purple is looking so beautiful. So this is one sock. The other one, I can't show you because I've knit tomorrow's stripe as well. And the reason I did that is because I think I'm ready to put in my heel flap after day 13. And so it'll take me a little bit longer to do the two of them. And it's the perfect timing to do it on the weekend. So I am just going to try to catch up and finish my day 13 stripe on here and then put in the heel flaps on both of these throughout the weekend. And then I'm sure next week I will catch up with my color per day. I'm really enjoying these. They are such a fun knit every single morning. And I kind of want to get these heel flaps in and try not to pause on any of it because that's when I will sometimes hesitate to pick a project up. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to get these heels in over the weekend, and then hopefully next week I will be back on track with a color per day. But in the meantime, I have just cast on my Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart, and I forgot how much I love her patterns because she writes them out in a chart format, not a traditional chart with symbols, but she writes her directions kind of in a chart or in a list. And after each row, you can just check them off. And she also tells you how many stitches should be on your needles. So it's very easy. If you forget where you are or you need to rip back, you can kind of figure it out a bit easier than if you don't have instructions like that. And I also really love checking off each row. I've done only 15 rows so far, and it's very, very small. I have just put in my progress keeper to mark the right side. And this is my Camijo Knits Little Women Advent, day 1. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's super pretty. And I'm really looking forward to this. I think I am just going to knit until I finish the color. I think that's the plan. And I think there's also, because I didn't read everything at the beginning, which I know you should, there's a small sample and a large sample, and I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. So we'll see. I just thought, get it on the needles, start working on it, then I'll be able to pick it up without too much thinking throughout the weekend as well. And I'd really like to start watching some more Christmas movies. I'm so happy James is home. I went to pick him up at school yesterday. which is why I am combining days 11 and 12 because there really wasn't too much to film yesterday. I drove to get him. I stayed at his place for a little bit to help him with a few things. And by the time we got home, I had to make dinner and we just wanted to hang out and chat. We didn't even open Advents. We sat around the Christmas tree. He hasn't seen any of the decorations. So it was just a really nice, quiet night, a family night. And I was starting to feel sick last night. So I've been fighting it this morning. Fingers crossed it's not going to get too bad because it's just very bad timing to get sick right now. So that's what I'm working on right now. I think I'm going to try to knit as much of this project as I can for now. Then I'm going back into the studio and I'm going to cover my hobonichi cousin, like collage it with some pretty papers. If I feel like it this afternoon, I might make a couple more Scandinavian paper stars and just figure out dinner and have a really comforting start to the weekend. I think it's the perfect way to end the week. I love carving out a bit of creative time on Fridays in the afternoons. And I think this is the perfect week to do it because the last few weekends I haven't, or the last few weeks I haven't been able to do it. So I've got an update to kind of get ready for. I've got lots of knitting to keep me company and I'm really enjoying my journals and planners right now. So I think I'm just going to continue with that and also savor the fact that everyone is home right now, even though a couple of us are sick. James is home and I'm so excited that he's here to open his Advents. He's excited to do the Lego set that I have, the poinsettia. So I'll see when he's up for that, but I think he has one more assignment due tonight. So it's going to be a great weekend. Everyone is under one roof again. I've got knitting to keep me company and yeah, I'm just gonna try and really enjoy my Friday. Here is the current state of my work table. The other day I set up this beautiful basket with yarns for my Norma sweater. I've caked up some, but not all. And I've also got my little bunny bag here with my Advent minis for the habitation throw. I've got patterns here. I've got my little notions pouch in there. And I think I might move this downstairs if I can find a spot for it. It's one of my favorite baskets. I also took out my ball winder and my Swift and I'm leaving it on the table. I don't normally, I usually work and sew a lot at this table, but I don't think I'll need to use that side of the table for a couple of weeks. I think I'm taking a sewing break. And so I'm gonna leave those attached to the table so that every time I need to cake up some yarn, it's easy. I don't have to pull them out from under the table. And it's going to make things a lot quicker for me. This morning, I set up my hobonichi weeks in this beautiful cover. This is from Galen Leather. It's purple. I think it was called Plum, but I can't quite remember. I removed this beautiful charm thing on a ribbon from my last one because I love it so much. It's from Christina. It says family. And I still have a little bit more to do in here. I like to put stickers and things in here or maybe decorate inside this little plastic cover. But I've got a good start to it and I'm just gonna add to it as I feel like it. I decorated the inside cover. It's my Everything Life Book and Wellness Planner. I set up my month for December with some important dates, which is really nice. And I started to set up for this week. So you have the days of the week on this side and then a blank page here. And this is how I track some of my everyday habits And if I forget about some of them, I can visually see, and it's a really good reminder to me. So I'm happy with the beginnings of this. A little bit back here, there's a section of blank pages, and I've just got my pencil board and a little clip. So I feel really prepared now, and I'm happy to be back in my weeks again. Next up, I'm going to cover this hobonichi cousin. This is the Avec, which is the 6-month cousin, and then the other book I will open it up for July, but I don't like the cover on it. And with my cousin, I don't put this cover inside the notebook cover. I like to have it kind of just tucked in at the back, and I really like to use papers and just bits of pretty things, some stickers. I pulled out this paper book, Craft the Seasons. There are some beautiful pages in here. Some of the papers are thicker, some are thinner. So I'm just going to look through it and find some patterned paper for the background. And then I like to put little accents on top. This is a collage sheet. Oh no, this is actually something I printed from Pinterest. And I really want to put this on the cover, consume less, create more. I feel like this has been the year to focus on that. And then I also have this little sticker book that I've been enjoying this year. And if I want to add any flowers or anything really, I can pull a sticker out of here. So I think I have everything I need. I will just glue stick things on, cover this up, and then I will be almost ready for 2026.